Welcome back, race fans, to the tunnel turn, where things can get hairy.
But that's the way we like it.
Oh, yeah. I'm Phil. This is the lovely Christina.
How you doing, everybody? And happy 4th of July. I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy.
Yep, it is Independence Day weekend, which kind of has a different feel to it this week.
You ain't kidding, because you know what? We're supposed to be in Daytona.
Absolutely, we are supposed to be in Daytona, but we're at Indianapolis, which is an equally prestigious track. It's still a crown jewel track, but it's not Daytona. It just feels weird. I mean, it's always been the Firecracker 400. Can we call it the Brickyard Firecracker 400?
No, I don't think so. I mean, if I have to trade one race for another, I can trade the Brickyard for the Daytona 500, or usually the Pepsi 400 this time of year on July 4th.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. They changed it up. They want to throw Daytona in there as the cutoff race, which could be a really exciting race, having Daytona as the last chance to make the playoffs.
You know, I don't know if it's because it's the COVID thing or just because they're throwing the races all moving around this year, but I kind of like that they're moving everything around. It gave NASCAR a kind of new, fresh beginning, and not so much the stagnant, boring schedule that we've had every year for God knows the last 20 years.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't a shake-up because them trying to catch up because of COVID and the break that they took. This was a shake-up that NASCAR had planned. NASCAR wanted to shake things up because they wanted Daytona as the last race. So Indianapolis fills this spot.
Well, good for NASCAR. I think that was a great idea. I mean, I'm sorry that COVID kind of threw a monkey wrench in the works, but yeah. I think it's, like I said, I think it was cool to see all the whole schedule shooken up. So that way you're not going, okay, we know we're going here next week. Oh, yeah, we're going there next. Oh, yeah, we're going there next. It's nice to have some different races in different spots.
Yeah, they're trying to shake things up. They're taking a chance. It's definitely a risk because I know some of you guys are a little upset about it. I'm holding back my feelings on it until after we see how the whole thing plays out.
Hey, I'll definitely give you my feelings when I find out for sure if they're going to change the Brickyard to the road course, because that would really make it a good race to me.
Oh, yeah, and we got the road course race today. Xfinity and the Indy cars are running. Obviously, the Xfinity will tell more of a story on whether or not that could be more in the Cup Series future. We'll see how that works out, you know.
But we got to get on to the really big news of the day.
Yeah, the really big news of the day. It was just found out that Jimmie Johnson has tested positive for COVID-19.
I mean, send out your thoughts and prayers to Jimmie Johnson. I have family that have just gone through it and had to dealt with it. It's not a fun thing to watch. It's not a fun thing I'm sure, to watch your family go through it. So send him some thoughts and prayers for it, right, because it really sucks.
This disease is no joke. I mean, yeah, a lot of people make it. Most people survive it okay, and they're getting a better handle on treating it, but there's still
a lot more people that aren't making it.
Right, so there's a lot of people that are suffering from it. Hopefully Jimmie Johnson is one of those recoveries, and he'll get back in the race car in a few weeks. NASCAR has given him the okay, when he gets healed up and ready, that he can still be playoff eligible if he qualifies. He'll need a win, obviously, because he's going to drop in points.
Well, we do know it's possible because we did watch Kyle Busch do it.
Oh, yeah.
But the problem I'm having is Jimmie Johnson's not winning races anyway.
No.
And then he's going to take a break on top of that. I'm not saying take a break. Maybe that's the wrong wording considering what's going on. But he's not going to be racing for a few weeks and then come back and he's going to have to win to be in the playoffs. It's going to be it's got to be very hard, even for somebody like Jimmie Johnson.
Yeah, he's going to have to win a race, and that's, I mean, I hope he can do it, but I don't know. It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while. You know, but in his place, Justin Allgaier is going to be filling in for the 48. It's a great opportunity for that kid to make a name for himself.
Heck yeah, I mean, take it and run with it. You're in one of the the Crown Jewel races?
Yeah, that's a prime ride.
You know, that's a prime ride to be in. You know, it's a good spot, a good place to do it. And, you know, everybody wants to win at this track. Everybody wants to even run at this track. Sometimes somebody like Justin Allgaier may not qualify to even run on this track. So just for him to be in the car and be out there should be just enough of a thing for him, just for that.
Yeah, definitely a great opportunity for that guy.
Oh, yeah, I hope he takes it, runs with it while he's got it.
Yeah, but hey, time to move on. Enough about that. What do you say?
You know what day it is, Tunnel Turn fans. It's race day. And you know what that means around here. Race day means power rankings. And I'm up 3-0, and I plan on keeping my lead.
We'll see about that. I got to make a move. Maybe I'm taking a chance on this one. I guess we'll have to wait and see. So, are we ready to just get right to it?
Let's go. Are you ready?
All right. Who's first?
Go ahead.
You want me to go first? All right. Let's see. My number 10. We start at the bottom and we work our way up to number 1. Number 10 is Kyle Busch. This is probably the lowest that I have had Kyle Busch all season. But as the season keeps going on and he doesn't get a win, it's hard to really want to keep him up there, especially after Pocono. He kind of struggled, although the second race he was doing good until that incident with Ryan Blaney. It looked like he took him out on purpose, especially when you listen to the audio and he's just saying that he's going to wreck us both.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. I went back and forth so much with Kyle Busch. I do this every week because, all he needs is that one race to snap out of it. He needs that one race to snap out of it. And I've already asked the question, has Kyle Busch lost his mojo? It's starting to look that way from what you see because, actions speak louder than words, which is why I have Kyle Busch at the lowest I have had him in my top 10 ever at number 10.
Didn't we just hear that? The lowest that we've had him ever? Okay, so we both have him at number 10.
I mean, he's got 2 wins here, so this is why I'm keeping him in my top 10.
Yeah, he does have 2 wins here. And plus, it's not like he's doing terrible. I mean, we're talking about that it's a bad year for him because he doesn't have any wins. Well, he still has 7 top 5s. So if this is a bad season, then, that goes to show how good Kyle Busch really is. And it's only a matter of time until Kyle Busch gets out of that slump and gets back to victory lane.
We know all you haters are worrying. It's coming.
Yep.
Keep worrying.
He will get there. It's just a matter of time, I think. And plus, he is driving the Skittles car, and you know how well he does in that Skittles car.
Oh, I remember Skittles all over the Brickyard when he kissed the bricks.
Yep, that was not that long ago, as a matter of fact. But hey, we'll just keep on rolling. Okay, I have Aric Jones at number 9. The kid looked really great in Pocono last weekend, in both races in the doubleheader. He had one race he kind of got rear-ended, but that wasn't his fault. He was running in the top 5. And then in the second race, same thing, but except this time he finished it. He had a great race in the top 5. And Pocono and Indianapolis, they are similar tracks as far as how you set it up because they're 2.5 mile. They're flat turns. The setups are always similar.
I read his stats too. I took him into consideration, but unfortunately he did not make my top 10.
All right, so what's
my number 9 is Martin Truex Jr.
Martin Truex.
I think he made his comeback over the Pocono weekend. He obviously did bad at Talladega, but we kind of expected that because he just doesn't have luck at Talladega. I don't know why. But Pocono, he bounced back. I think he had 2 top 10 finishes at the Pocono doubleheader. He's got an average finish of 21st here, which is left to be desired. But you know what? It's a different year. It's Martin Truex Jr. He is the king of collecting playoff points for a reason, and I think he'll find his way into the top 10.
Yeah, he's definitely been good historically since this format started with the stage points. He's always been good at getting those stage points and playoff points. This year, and not so much. He's sitting 7th in playoff points, which is really low for him. I didn't get him in my top 10 this week. He just, I don't know. It was between him and Aric Jones to leave out, or Kyle Busch for that matter. And Aric Jones has been performing better, so I put Aric Jones in there. But
I think you could argue between Aric Jones and Truex, and I think they're about the same as far as how they've been doing.
All right, but that's just me. So let's move on. Who's your number 8?
Well, my number 8 is Aric Amirola.
Aric Amirola.
I want to say another guy running on momentum.
For sure.
He had back-to-back top 5s at Pocono. He was doing good at Talladega. I mean, we've got
top
5 finishes in a row.
Yeah, 4 top 5s in a row for Aric Amirola.
So he can't take away momentum. And like you said, Pocono is similar to the Brickyard to Indianapolis. So why not put Aric Amirola in there? Because I think he'll be in there in your top 10.
Yeah, he was super fast. I had him in there too. I had him at number 7, just one spot above you. For a lot of the same reasons. I was going to say 4 straight top 5s. I mean, that's really impressive. I mean, like you said, I can't add any more. He was great at Pocono. He's going to do good at Indy. I see it. I don't think he's going to win. Hopefully I'm wrong. I've been wrong before.
God knows that. But I think you'll get a solid finish, definitely, out of Aric Amirola.
Yep. All right, so let me catch up a little bit since that was my 7 and your 8. My number 8 is William Byron in that 24 car. He's been looking pretty good. He's been coming up with better consistent finishes. He's been gaining points. He was behind on the bubble a few weeks ago, and now he's 45 points to the good. So he's been doing good runs.
Oh, I think we're pretty close to the same wavelength as usual. Because I have William Byron at 7 for a lot of the same reason. He had, 2 top 20 finishes at Pocono. He's won an Xfinity race here, so he knows how to win here. So I have no reason to think that he wouldn't have you a nice, solid top 10 finish today.
Yeah. I just put Aric Amirola over it just because of the 4 straight top 5s going into this race. That was my edge to put Amirola over Byron.
Yeah, but my edge was him winning here because I think the experience of winning is more going to give you more than having momentum coming into here. When you know the track better than somebody else.
Byron hasn't won here.
In the Xfinity Series.
Oh, in the Xfinity Series. Okay, you're right. Hey. But yes, he has won at this track then.
Thank you.
Okay. Once again, I guess we'll see how those two go. Move on to number 6. This was a tough one to leave out of the top 5, but I just had to do it. He was just struggling so bad at Pocono in both races. Joey Logano, it's just a real surprise. He just really looked bad at Pocono. I don't know if he missed the setup.
It happens to everybody, We've said it all year long. Everybody has those one bad races. Just show up to it, and you just ain't got what you need there, and you just don't show up there. And I just, I've got Logano as well. I have him a little higher. I do have him in my top 5 because I do feel like Logano is one of those guys who can shake off a bad race, show back up to the next week, and just get in that car and win, if not make you a top 10.
Yeah, that would make me happy. I mean, he is second in points, so he has been being consistent overall. It's just, man.
Don't let Pocono make you think that he can't get up there for the Brickyard. This kid knows how to win races, and I believe he'll be up there.
Yeah. Hey, I hope so. I want to see him up there. I love Joey Logano. He's a good driver, and he could easily win this race because he's been close. Or has he won at Indianapolis? I don't think he has.
I don't think he has. Comment below. Let me know for sure.
No,
I missed that in my stats.
I'm pretty sure he hasn't.
I don't think he has, but
he could do with kissing those bricks 100%.
Oh yeah, let that kid kiss the bricks.
All right, so what do you got at 6?
So my number 6. I was throwing all the names around, and every week you start putting the names in order, and then you get to the point where you're like, oh my god, I got that number. What? But it's just the way that I got everything stacked. Ryan Blaney is my number 6. He just missed the top 5. I mean, he looked like he had good cars at Pocono. I think the first race, the gas mileage thing got him. He was just on the wrong fuel mileage game, and I think that was one of the reasons why he was left out of the first Pocono, and obviously the crash or whatever happened in the second Pocono, he was out of it. So I think that was his bad weekend, but he's had good momentum going up to that. We've been talking Penske power every week, so there's nothing to say that he couldn't be up there in the mix this week. This kid's aggressive, and he wants to be in it, and he wants to make a name for himself, and Brickyard is that place to make a name for yourself. If you win this race, nobody's going to forget your name.
Oh, man, if Ryan Blaney wins this race, that would be incredible. That would be absolutely incredible if he wins this race. So, hey, I wish him luck. He can win it. He's definitely got Penske power to do it.
Definitely.
You know, I have him obviously in my top 5. I didn't quite drop him out of it, but we'll discuss that when we get into it. So let's just get right to it. Let's get to the top 5. These are the guys that are most likely going to be competing to win today's race. These are the guys you're going to see up top, in our honest opinion, in today's race. The winner should come out of this top 5, right?
Definitely. And make sure it's fine, because it usually is.
Yeah, we'll see about that. So let's get right into the top 5.
Let's do it.
I'll go first. He was your number 6. I left him in the top. I left Ryan Blaney in the top 5. It's because we had him number 1 last week. Yeah, I know he struggled, but I think Joey Logano struggled more at Pocono than Ryan Blaney did. So I kept Ryan Blaney. That was the difference of who to keep in the top 5 and who to put out of the top 5.
Struggling. You know, I like I said, I have him in my. I had Joey Logano in my top 5. I actually had him. Let me sneak up here. I had him number 3 because I agree it sucked at Pocono for Joey Logano. Okay, but it's a new week. It's Indy, and he has the second best average finish at this track of all active drivers.
That's true. Out of 11 races, he's averaging 10th.
Do not count Joey Logano out of winning this race just because he had a crap weekend at Pocono. Everybody has bad races. This kid is a good driver. This kid knows how to shake him off and get right back in that car and win races. Do not count Joey Logano out to win this race.
Yeah, like I said when I talked about him at 6, they can get the right setup in that car, and if they hit it, they could hit it, and he can drive it. It's just, you know, are they going to be able to set up that car right? You know, it's not like they got any practice to figure it out. They got to get it right.
But once again, we're talking Penske power. We've been talking Penske power all year. The Penske boys, they're always 1, 2, 3. They're always 1, 2, 3. And now Joey Logano's had a bad race, and you're all, I don't know. Bull. Penske power will put him up there. Okay. And by the way, I think Penske's running all 3 series this weekend. I think it's supposed to be a historic thing.
Well, yeah, because Penske has Indy cars. Everybody knows it. And he's got the Xfinity cars. So we're going to hear a lot of Penske.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so that was your 3, so you got some catching up to do.
I definitely do. Well, we're starting the top 5. My top 5, number 5 is my man. I love him. He's going to stay in the top 5. Chase Elliott. I know he crashed out the first Pocono, you know. He bounced back to a 4th place on Sunday. He's been fast all year. He's got those good Hendricks rides. And, you know, there's nothing to say that this kid won't be there in the top 10 to win this race. He's got momentum on his side every week, no matter what. This kid's a good racer. He comes from good blood, and I think he'll be up there.
Yeah, not to mention he's just good. You know, the guy knows how to wheel these cars. You know, if they hit the setup, he could definitely go far.
If there was ever a kid that was ever born to race, I think it's this kid.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and his dad kissed the bricks.
Yep, so why not his son? Can you imagine if they both got out there Sunday afternoon together?
Oh, man, that would be so sweet.
Awesome Bill and the Bounty Hunter kissing the bricks together.
That would be something. They would definitely be the first father-son duo to win this race.
Yeah, that's true. Even more of a reason to cheer for Chase Elliott on Sunday.
Mm-hmm. That's why I have Chase Elliott at number 4. Because, you know, the same thing. Plus, he's 4th in points. He's 4th last week in the Pocono, the second race. He was 4th last year at this race. 4th seems a good spot for him, so I put him in 4th.
I have a feeling we could put all these names in a hand and shake them all up and throw them all out. And all of our top 5 is about the same names.
It probably could be.
Well, my number 4, keep moving on, is Brad Keselowski. Penske Power. Here we go again. I sound like a broken record. His average finish here is 13th, which obviously is nothing to sneeze at, but 13th, come on. He won Stage 2 on Sunday. He had a late pit. He had to pit late to finish to 11th. Which really didn't show for the good. For a good weekend.
He was hoping for that caution, and it never came. And sometimes,
but once again, he's one of those guys that can just shake off the stuff. He gets right back in that car. It's a new week. It's Indianapolis. Everybody wants to win Indy.
Yeah,
it ain't about the points this week. It ain't about the cars. It's checkers or wreckers, and Brad Keselowski will put you in wreckers to win a race. Just ask Carl Edwards.
Yeah, he absolutely will. He'll do what he has to do to win. You've seen it. And he's even won here at Indy before.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not like he can't get it done.
Yep.
And his recent history at Indy, well, let's face it, it's pretty good. Aside from that wreck last year, with Eric Jones, which was a crazy wreck, I think, the dude's been pretty good.
Definitely.
Yes, basically that's why I have him sitting at number 3, which is nothing to sneeze at. The guy's just really good here. I mean, he could have 2 wins in a row here if it wasn't for last year. Who knows? But the guy's really good. So
hey, no arguments from me.
Yeah. So it's time to get to the top 2.
Seems big dogs. Woo, woo, woo.
Seems pretty clear to me that we have the same top 2. Just wonder if we matched. I promise you, we do not do them together. I do my own. She does her own.
That's why I always get all the winners and he doesn't.
So anyway, I'll let you go first.
Really?
Yes.
Well, my number 2 is Harvick.
Kevin Harvick, number 2, huh?
Obviously, he was 1 and 2 last week. He's got a lot of momentum going. He is the one with the highest averaging finish at this track. Great momentum. That's why he's my number 2. And obviously, if he's my number 2, then, my number 1 is Denny. And the only reason I picked Denny over him is because Denny is just having a career type of year. I mean, the kid is on fire. He's got the series best 4 wins, ladies and gentlemen. Count them, 4 wins. Not to mention the 2 of the 1 coming off of Pocono. His average finish is 12th here, but Denny Hamlin could win this race.
Yeah, he absolutely could win this race. And we have the same order because I have Harvick 2, I have Hamlin 1. Harvick number 2. He's won 6 straight top 10s here. And pretty much ever since he's been at Stewart-Haas, he hasn't finished out of the top 10. It's ridiculous, and he's been there a while.
Not to mention, Denny's hungry for that win at the Brickyard. He hasn't got that win here yet.
Yeah,
and Denny wants it. That's one of those boxes that you want to check off. When you get to the end of the year or the end of your career, and you got all those prestigious races and those crown jewels, this is one of those boxes you want to check off.
Could he go 2 for 2 so far this year in the crown jewels? He already won the Daytona 500. He's checking off all the boxes. He's winning the races. He's winning some stages. He's getting playoff points. What's next for him to go for? Well, right now, it's winning at the Brickyard.
Why not?
I could definitely see Denny Hamlin winning the Brickyard. In fact, that is my pick to win at the Brickyard is Denny Hamlin.
Well, we are for once in unison, sweetheart.
Oh, man.
Because we both picked Denny Hamlin to win this race.
How am I supposed to catch up to you if we have the same one?
Hey, great minds think alike, but I think a little bit better because I have more wins. Anyway, but yes, I also have Denny Hamlin for all the reasons I've said. This kid's got a career year. I think this kid... The championship is his to lose right now because he's just kicking ass and taking names and he's just pulling everybody behind him like the Pied Piper.
Yeah, he's hungry. He's driving the wheels off of it. He's got a great car. There's just no reason to think that he's not going to win at the Brickyard or the championship. Hey, another win, that'll be more playoff points. He's already got a 7-point lead.
And how many races do we have left between now and the cutoff?
Right now we have 11 races to go. After tomorrow's race, it'll be 10 to go.
So that's not a lot of races.
No, it's usually within 3 or 4 races away where this race usually is. But obviously, like we said before, they moved it, so we got 10 to go.
But we also got the All-Star race coming up.
Oh, yeah.
And the All-Star race is at Bristol. Oh, my God, I can't wait to see that. Oh,
it's getting closer. We got to vote for who's going to get the fan vote. We got to put in our votes, don't we?
Oh, that's right. Who are we going to fan vote for?
I don't know.
Comment below. Tell me who you want to fan vote for.
Right. Who's your fan vote?
I'll put your fan vote in if you comment below. If I get the most, whatever name I get the most, I'll put that fan vote in for you.
There you go. That's something right there. You know, well, there's our top 10. There's our winners. What else do we got?
Well, the race on Sunday. I mean, it's the whatever, we don't give a crap. It's the Brickyard 400.
Right, it is the Brickyard 400. We're going to stick to the old school name and the old school logo just because it looks good and sounds right.
Works for me.
Right, what else can you say? The race is on Sunday. I think it was 3 o'clock. That seems to be what the theme of this season
Fox
is.
or FS1. Check either
one.
one.
Oh, no, it's on NBC.
Oh, that's right. It is on NBC this week. I remember them making a big deal about it being on NBC.
Even though next week they go back to Fox and FS1. But NBC gets this crown jewel race.
Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, happy 4th of July once again.
Yeah, happy 4th of July. Everybody stay safe. So that make sure you like and subscribe this video if you enjoyed it.
And if you see Will Smith, run for your life.
Yeah, because him showing up on the 4th of July, I've seen a movie or two that didn't work out too well.
Yeah, one too many movies.
You know, but moving on, be sure you hit the bell if you are subscribed. That way you can hear next time we drop one of these great videos that we always have.
Oh, yeah, we just dropped a good one. We
Yeah,
gave you our take on the
yeah, check it out yesterday.
The Core of the Joy Trump car. You want to know how we feel? Check it out.
Mm-hmm.
We gave you everything that you need to know.
Yep. And coming up after the race on Monday will be our race review. As usual, we try to get it out as soon as we can. Sometimes life gets in the way a little bit, so it gets a little late, but we will get it to you.
Hey, Phil might actually win this week.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Hopefully. It won't do me much good because you picked the same guy, but...
You picked the same guy as me. I finished first, thank you.
Well, hey, we're rocking and we're rolling. So, until next time, everybody, happy Independence Day.
Bye.